Hi, I'm Julie, and we're from the Korean American Student Association. Recently, we had a general body meeting watching the film called Making Noise in Silence. We brought in the staff from the UIC Dialogue Initiative to facilitate our conversation. We had a great conversation about the disabilities around us, and it really broadened our perspectives on it, and we're really glad to have that conversation. It not only showed people of hard of hearing, but it also featured that hard of hearing is only just part of them.
I knew of two people that were hard of hearing, and at first I had a really hard time communicating with them because I would forget that they couldn't hear me very well. A lot of their family members and friends actually learned to do sign language so that they could communicate with each other. That's when I realized that people with disabilities are only as disabled as we make them to be, because if the family members had not put in the effort to learn sign language, then they would be truly disabled.
My view on disabilities is that the people who do have the disability are no different from the people who don't have the disability. Some people like to own their disability, and some others do not like to flaunt that because they feel like they should be the same as everybody else. Actually, I have a cousin who is hard of hearing, and what our family did is just to learn how to sign with her, how to communicate with her. And now she's living a completely normal life. She has her own kids, and she's living a very happy life.
Trying to understand the disabled community is really trying to not make them disabled. So making the space and trying to bridge that gap with the disabled community. Us as able-bodied people are only disabling them through the spaces that we have. As I went to the Chancellor's Committee on the Status of Asian Americans, like a forum, and they had someone who was deaf, and they had an interpreter, and I would actually speak to the interpreter, and the interpreter told me, no, you're speaking to the person who is deaf. That makes sense, but why is it my human nature to just talk to the person who's the source, who's going to listen? Really opened up my eyes to really what I have to do to really bridge that gap. Through whatever space that I create, is be able to make it as open and as inclusive as I can.
It's really difficult to imagine that it's possible to support a social issue like this through dancing, which is completely different from the cause itself. But through this opportunity that TheVeil has given us, we're able to express ourselves and express our support for the cause at the same time. This is a great avenue for our passion to intersect with something that we really want to support and something that we want to share to everybody.